Thanks for watching Public Opinion TV. I'm Roscoe Barnes, and here's your story of the day.
I was up here at the shop, and about 5:45, my wife called me and said they had these severe tornado watch for our area. And I thought, well, tornadoes, there's not many around. And I thought, well, I came down and looked at it in the weather report, and I decided we moved into a fruit cellar in our basement. Took water and flashlights and prepared for it like they were saying. I stood out watching it come. The wind changed a full 360. There was huge circles in the clouds, and they would close up, and then another one would open up. And at one time I counted 5 separate holes, and inside the holes it was really turbulent. And then it would fade off, and another one would open up and start. And then I looked back at the blackness, and there was a huge white cloud, and the outsides of it were ripping around, and that's when I got scared. And I went into the fruit cellar, and that's when we heard the train noise, and we heard something hit our house, and we didn't know what it was. And it put 2 limbs through the roof, and the one limb went down in our bedroom, right above our pillows. And then we came outside after the storm was over about 7 o'clock, and it looked like a war zone. And I lost about 10 big trees, and did structural damage to the house, and took the central air out. And it's scary. And the neighbors all come in and helped me get the roof fixed up and dried in last night, and it's surprising how the neighbors pull together.
Yeah, I was up taking a little nap in the mid-afternoon, and I heard this noise. I woke up, and the wife said, "I'm getting wet." Okay, it's bad rain. So I got up and looked out the window, man, it just funnels everywhere. From south, east, west, north, hail, high winds.
There's a kind of a straight line from here out to Fry's Dairy. If various trees completely blown over, limbs down, and on either side of it there doesn't seem to be anything. But right here, it's just lots of tree damage right in a line.
How'd you make out here?
We were fortunate. The house did sustain some damage. The boxing came down, some gutters came down. There's still limbs on the garage roof, but most of the heavy stuff just missed the house. So the house is in pretty good shape. The spring house sustained quite a bit of damage. The one corner of the wall came down when the big tree came down.
Yeah, the big tree, how old's that, you think?
I would think it's almost 200 years old.
Well, I think there was a twister went through. It just didn't touch down the whole way.
Okay, what kind of damage did you have?
Mostly tree damage and doors off the shed. Okay. And the cattle in the buildings all huddled together. They didn't fall down or anything, but they just huddled together. And they was drenched wet even inside the building. The wind just took the rain right in. After the storm, I made sure of everything here. And then a couple ladies had stopped by and said they couldn't get to their children at the babysitters. And so I went out and cleaned out some major trees, pushed them off the edge of 2 roads, and cleaned up the roads so traffic could get through. And then they was all kind of happy about that. So.
Now the work begins. A lot of the trees are snapped off. As you can see, the tops are just snapped off, twisted. I don't know, I guess it was a tornado. It had all the signs of it. But the noise was the thing that got me the most. And I knew this is nothing compared to Joplin, but that noise, you never forget that. It does sound like a freight train. and we could hear it from inside our basement fruit cellar. And then we went out, lost power about 6 o'clock, and we haven't had power since. And cooking off the outside grill and drinking bottled water. We can make it.